Go here.
All right.
Get it up.
Good time, all right.
That's how you did it.
And you're right.
I know that guy.
You got it. Tell the truth. Be honest.
My name is E. I'm an addict,
Yeah.
and I guess I'll share with you guys some of the things that I kind of like dictated in my my bio, just so I don't get stuck. But I'll give you a little brief. I grew up in Los Angeles. I have both parents in my life. I been through a lot of things as most of us been through. I've used crack, I've used meth, smoked weed. I've also drank alcohol. And in doing my using, I didn't really know why I was really using at first. I come to try to think about it since I've been in the program, doing my letters, I'm writing my biographies, biography, and a lot of stuff started coming out, man. Like a lot of shit like that I didn't even know about myself, and they also call me emotional E too. So don't just look past the tears. But it just feels good to be able to share. I didn't know why I would use sometimes just to try to fit in, just because it was there, just because my boys was doing certain things. But a lot of the substances that I started using, I tried them on my own, from selling drugs and things like that. The first thing that I did jump off into was, smoking weed. I had a homeboy, mom, she used to always have joints just like laid around her house and stuff, and all in the ashtrays and stuff. And one day, like, I go to the bathroom and there was an ashtray on the back of the toilet. And so it was a fat ass joint in the back of the ashtray. So I take this joint and I put it in my sock. I go behind my house. I look for some matches, and I get on my neighbor's roof and I smoke this joint. I get stuck. I couldn't come down off the roof. I'm nervous. I'm fucking paranoid. I'm already feeling like I done fucked up. And shortly after that, I just started, using weed. And then my sister, she came to California from Alabama, and one day she was outdoors, walking a friend of hers out. This is probably when I was like in elementary or so. And she left the cigarette burning in the ashtray, and I kind of like seen her out front, so I'm like, oh, I should smoke some, And so I run over to the ashtray, and I hit the cigarette a couple times, and then I take a cigarette out of the cigarette pack, and that was pretty much my first time ever smoking a cigarette. It made me feel sick as fuck. That nicotine rush was just like a killer, and soon after that, I fast forward to high school. I get in trouble. I used to be a graffiti artist, and I get in trouble for tagging on the walls and riding around in a stolen car, which landed me in juvenile camp. The juvenile camp system was pretty good for me because I never played a sport. And the discipline that they taught us in sports and going to school, like religiously and doing my schoolwork, which I wasn't doing that, if all you guys know, in the juvenile system, they prefer you like to be doing your schoolwork and shit, and so I get out of that camp feeling good about myself. I get back into public school, but in camp I was just going to my class with my teammates, and so I was able to focus because I wanted to get out of camp. I wanted to go play ball, with my teammates and stuff. So I was really focused, doing my schoolwork and everything, getting good grades. And once I got back into public school, it was different. It was different going to school with 800 more kids, girls in the class, a lot of distractions, like I'm, 30 more people, a full class of students, a lot of distractions. Everybody's wearing fly gear. So I couldn't really focus on doing my schoolwork that much. So I started hanging with the crowd, jumping the gate at lunchtime, just leaving school and stuff like that, and doing my tag thing, trying to get popularized and doing tagging, destroying the city buses and stuff like this. But along with that came, hey, let's go get a beer, you know what I'm saying? Let's going up in stores, stealing beer and alcohol and stuff like that, and eventually smoking more weed. But I moved to downtown Los Angeles after high school, and like my mom had told me that if I was going to keep ditching school and not trying to do the right thing in school, for me to find a job. So like, that kind of made me feel like, damn, like, like wouldn't you want your baby boy to like graduate and be proud of me for doing something? And she was just like, son, it's just, you can always get your education, but it beats just getting in trouble, so I tried to look for a job. I started hanging with my older homeboys and stuff like that. And eventually I met someone, started selling crack. I was having a kid, so I was really trying to move drugs to fulfill those needs of taking care of my daughter at the time. And one thing led to another. My baby mom, we were getting into it a lot. I went out of town, didn't tell her, you know what I'm saying? And things became abusive with her from not telling her, and thinking that I was doing the right thing. Coming back with a little bit of money on me, the baby clothes, just the whole nine. And she just would take flight on me, so I wouldn't blame her for none of the things that I'm doing today. I made that mistake already in my letters. I tried to blame her for my addictions and stuff like that, but it wasn't that. I discovered that it was really a depression mode that I had found myself in during my letters and talking to my counselors and talking to my fellowship at the house, that I shouldn't have never blamed her. And so, excuse me, but trying to hold it in. But yeah, I think that kind of really fucked me up a little bit. So I just kind of like met someone else. I take off to St. Louis. I had met someone that was interested in like helping me out, getting me off the street, getting me out of the drug life. And I moved to St. Louis with this chick, and we were going to get married and everything. But the day of me leaving, I took some cocaine with me on the plane, and I couldn't sell nothing for a long time, like, because I didn't know anybody. I didn't know what the life was like out there. So I started using crack. I started becoming my own customer, and she was finding all types of evidence, but never would call me on my shit. I would go to work and use at work. I was working security. I would use at work just to kind of call myself staying up off the crack. But I was really just becoming like a mean ass addict of cocaine, like a mean ass addict. And shortly after that, I come back to California, and I just I started using crack even more. Fast forward, I come to Fred Brown's in a newer relationship. Now I've been with the girl right now for about 7 years. She had did some time. I decided to like convince her to give me some money. I went and bought a couple of ounces from the spot of meth. Now that I'm using meth and selling meth, I bought a couple of ounces. We bought a nice new car, drive it to Beverly Hills to get caught up. She's fresh out like 4 days after doing 3 years. And the case got rejected. And I'm running the streets free thinking that it was behind me, but it wasn't. They had refiled the case. And for about 25 years, I've been looking to get help, to come into a program, to see what it was like. I've been seeing so many success stories out of it. And I took the deal. I took the deal and been here in Fred Brown. And I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful that the program accepted me. This is a beautiful, beautiful thing for all the new guys. Just stick to it. You know, I know the letters and the bios are kind of tough to deal with, but like they tell you, just put your all into it. You know, and believe me, you're going to get something out of this. I'm getting a whole lot out of it. You know, I got a lot of anger issues that I'm dealing with, and if those things are really like burdening you, I'm telling you right now, like on some real shit, I feel it. Accept what the program has to offer, and use it to your best advantage. Thank you for sharing. I mean, thank you for letting me share.